Hi guys, this is Aegis, and I've got game 1, or game 2 actually, between Ro8 and Gravity. Gravity playing for H2O team. Looks like Gravity has gotten as the Terran player. He's been forced to play random. And over here we do have Ro8, who usually plays Protoss but has rolled the dice for Zerg, so both players are off a race. We're testing a new rule where we allow a second sub play random. So we're gonna be both teams have subbed, and both players are off race. This is Tal'Darim Alter in the beta league of the American Pro League Season 1. Laserface versus H2O team. Ro8 for H2O. We'll see if he's able to take down Gravity when Gravity is playing off race. We have a supply depot coming up for Gravity at the front. Looks like he has a general idea of what he should be doing. Should be going for that Rax after the supply depot finishes up. 16 orbital command and 13 gas. We'll see if he's able to do that. Ro8 over here going to be getting up his drones. We'll see when he gets up his natural expansion, or if he decides to play safe. Usually new Zerg players decide to play safe, but we'll see if he's going to be taking that expansion real soon. The Zerg player is going to be moving out here. We'll run into that SCV. So the SCV knows that his opponent is playing Zerg, and down goes the hatch. Is going to be going for that slightly riskier early expansion, but of course because this map is so big, it is generally considered safe. We'll see if he's able to get off those larva vomits though. Over here, Gravity going to be throwing up his refinery. Barracks coming up, so looking pretty standard here for our Terran player. We'll see how his macro holds up later in this game. The drone is chasing after that SCV and going to be producing the spawning pool as well. So playing off race, one of the key things you want to think about is just spending all your money. If you are able to spend all of your money against someone else who is playing off race and is not spending all their money, he'll have an advantage. And it looks like that supply depot does lift just in time. The Marine is going to be able to get over there and shoot away that drone. Up goes that supply depot once again. Going to be juking that drone. Going to be trying to get it close enough to that Marine so he can shoot it down. And looks like that drone is going to be coming in here, and down it goes to that Marine. Marine with 1 kill. He's going to be pretty happy there. We also have the extractor coming up, a couple of drones transferring over to the natural expansion. Actually, that's generally the correct amount of drones to transfer to a natural expansion for a Zerg player, so Ro8 is actually in a pretty good position. And our Terran player, I forgot to mention, he has a slight advantage because Gravity, he usually plays a Zerg. So based on what he sees of his opponent, he will know the timings better than our Protoss player, or usual Protoss player, knows the Terran timings, unless he plays a Terran in his spare time. We've got another barracks coming up, so we have classic 3 racks coming out of our Terran player. So nothing too surprising here as of yet. A tech lab also on the way. Our Zerg player is getting his queens up. Additional drones on the way. Spending his money quite well actually, and the queens have not gathered too much energy. The second queen is about to pop out. We'll see if she decides to lay a creep tumor first or decides to vomit. There's the vomit going down, so she's feeling pretty sick today. We've got the stim pack now on the way. It's going to be taking 170 seconds to finish up here. And the metabolic boost is also on the way. A couple more drones in the production tab, so he's going to be getting up quite the economy. Our Zerg player needs to start scouting in there with his overlords to see exactly what's going on. The Zergling will spot to see that there is no natural expansion. And he will note that possibly an attack will be coming soon. Should be throwing up maybe spine crawlers or additional Zerglings into that production queue, or perhaps go for a Roach Warren. 4 more drones going to be popping out. Should be the last round of drones, I hope. Yeah, there's the drones going to be throwing down those spine crawlers to help defend against any sort of 3 racks play, as we are seeing here. The Marauders' concussive shells are on the way. Gates should be lowering as this Stimpack finishes up so he can move out into position to try to take down this defense. 12 Zerglings in the production queue. Our Zerg player is spending his money pretty well. He's even got a lair coming up. Additional Zerglings popping out. His queen is getting a little bit of energy on. This queen over here, pretty low energy, so the spine crawlers are finishing up, and the Terran is pushing out now. A couple of SCVs also joining this push. A command center is coming up. Always good to build an expansion as you push. We have the Stimpack also finishing up. Also keep in mind our Terran player can easily stim and run away. We also have our Zerg player producing a Baneling's Nest. Zerglings all out on the field. We'll see if this push is successful or not. There are 3 spine crawlers, 2 queens now over here. Also have the transfuse ready to use on those spine crawlers. The SCV is quickly going down, and the Zergling is going to be pulling into position. Gravity looks like he will not be able to push in here, so he's going to be retreating and grabbing his natural expansion. There's a Zergling nibbling away at this supply depot over here. Marines and Marauders now pulling back with 2 SCVs. Our Zerg player looks pretty safe, gonna return to making those drones, always good. He's got a Spire now on the way, so Ro8 is gonna be going for Mutalisks in this game. We'll see how well our Terran player responds to this. He already has the engineering bay, so he generally has his timings down. If he throws up those turrets in the near future, he will be in a pretty good shape. He's got the Marines and the Marauders pulled back in his base. He has the Stimpack also ready. The Orbital Command coming up as well. Factory on the way. Both players playing pretty well for playing off race. 13 drones in the production queue for Ro8. Like to see him use those Zerglings to pick off these rocks over here to grab that 3rd base in the near future. We have the 2nd base going to be floating out real soon. And missile turret now on the way, so Gravity, very good timings here on all of his stuff. He's paying attention to everything that he needs to do. The Zerglings now picking away at those destructible rocks. Both players look like they generally know what they're doing. If you told me that they were playing off race, I'd have a hard time believing you. We have a 3rd base coming up for Ro8 over here, knowing that his rocks were not picked off early enough. And he's also getting it farther away because he has those faster units. Not going to be getting it over here where it will be susceptible to drops. Ro8, his drones continuing to mine away here, possibly get up a fast 4th base. Starport now on the way to get those medevacs out. Gravity with a pretty big army here. Ro8 at 73 food to the 68 food of our Terran player. He just needs to transfer some SCVs over there. Looks like the missile turret will be able to take care of that Overlord. Down he goes. 7 Mutalisks in the production queue. Going to be trying to use those to keep the Terran player within the confines of his own base. 2 drones mining over here. He needs to get some additional guys over there. Infestation pit on the way. He can use the excess minerals to throw up additional hatches here. There's another hatch coming up. Mutalisks headed towards the main base of our Terran player. He's going to find out that those are flimsy as heck. So we do have the missile turrets ready to guard, and the Terran army also at the front. 2 bunkers going to be making sure no sort of a Baneling bust happens at the front. Medevacs all queued up. He needs to throw up some additional supply depots. Maybe try to pick off those 3rd rocks to get his 3rd base up. The Mutalisks chilling in a corner. Protoss players usually not too used to spreading out their units all over the place and sort of poking around like a Zerg player would, but we'll see if he's able to do that in the near future. Infantry armor +1 on the way for our Terran player, so also getting the upgrades. Good job there. +1 already finished on the Marines. Mutalisks still chilling in the corner. 1,000 minerals in the bank for our Zerg player, so he's throwing up evolution chambers, going to be getting those upgrades. I wonder if he's got his upgrades already. Nope, it's at 0-0. The Mutalisks going to be coming in here trying to pick off a reactor or 2. Looks like that missile turret taking down a Mutalisk. Always bad to be losing those Mutalisks left and right. He can actually come over here and just pick off this and then run away in this direction. And we'll see if he's able to continue harassing. Also going to be checking for any sort of hidden bases. The 4th base is now complete. The 3rd base is already mining. Ro8 doing quite well for himself. Except his food is not as high as expected for having 4 bases against 2 bases. But he's doing pretty well as of this point. His macro is falling a little bit, banking 2,000 minerals as of this point. He's just using the Mutalisks to check every location on this map. Terran player is picking off these rocks over here, going to be throwing up that third command center real soon. A Roach is on the way. Ro8 making 14 more drones. Let's take a look at his drone count. He's at 56 to the 47 of our Terran player, so he's in an okay shape. Usually you'd have around 80. We've got the Infestors out already for Ro8, so this is going to be pretty good against that Terran ball. You're going to be able to use them like Templar. And the Zerglings, I guess, like weaker Zealots. Our Zerg player going to be continuing to do everything that he's been doing. Pathogen Glands on the way, a little bit delayed on that. He can actually throw up additional bases in the top positions as well. Possibly even get the Zerglings over there to pick off the rocks. He needs to pump, he needs to pump units like crazy. He has 5 Overlords on the way. His Queens have plenty of energy to go around. He needs some macro hatches as well, seeing that he has plenty of money in the bank. Our Terran player now has his third command center, but not quite floated that out yet. Both players hanging around at 120-ish food. Our Terran player continuing to get those upgrades, +2 on the infantry coming up, as well as the +1 on the tanks. The Ghost Academy is also up as well. Second Engineering Bay coming up. The 2 Evolution Chambers working as hard as they possibly can. Just finishing up that +1 for the Zerglings. There's just not that many units out in the field for our Zerg player. He should be making some right now. He's getting Neural Parasite as well as the Tunneling Claws. The Ventral Sacks on the way as well. The Mutalisks continue to scout around the map. Sensor Tower up for Gravity. Gravity turtling pretty well here, actually. Going to be getting up that strong army of the Terrans, and the Sensor Tower also going to be spotting for those Mutalisks. Going to be chilling in the corner for the moment. 24 Zerglings and Roaches in the production queue now. Going to be ramping that army up as quickly as he possibly can. Thor's on the way for our Terran player. He needs to throw up a lot of hatches right now. I wouldn't mind him throwing like hatches down all over the place here to be able to get that production, since he does have 4,000 minerals in the bank and not that much gas. Since he has spent it very well on these Infestors, we'll just see if he's able to use those to the fullest potential. Terran ball is also getting up to that 150 food count. Terran armies are strong at this point, so Gravity can actually start trying to get some map control. Over here, Ro8 getting a very nice creep spread, already spread all the way up to our Terran's base, so he's going to have to use either a Raven or throw down a ton of scans to get rid of all of these creep tumors. We have another base, additional bases now on the way in the top corner. This is going to be base 5 and 6 for Ro8. Additional Zerglings joining the army along with additional Infestors. He's just ramping up right now. It's taking some time, but that's okay. We have additional upgrades coming up. Carapace +2 as well as the missile attacks level 2. That's for the Roaches, but he has plenty more Zerglings. Wouldn't mind him adding additional evolution chambers as of this point. That's a lot of Zerglings. Let's take a look at the unit count. It's 86 Zerglings, 6 Mutalisks, and 8 Roaches, along with 8 Infestors. They are buddies against the 75 SCVs. Wow. 2 Thors, 30 Marines of our Terran player. He even has those Ghosts going to be scanning and moving out here. Getting rid of all of those creep tumors. The Sea Shanks not quite ready to move out as of yet. Our Zerg player, he needs to start getting some map presence over here, possibly surround this army and pick it off. Going back to the production tab, a Hive is on the way. Centrifugal hooks as well as the Carapace finishing up, and the missile attacks also finishing up. That Queen quickly getting picked apart. The Zerglings and Infestors now in the middle of the map. 28 Banelings being produced somewhere. He has plenty of money there. The 28 Banelings going to be using those to roll through this Terran army. If he can do it, he'll win this game. Gravity 190 food. Scan going down on this army. Going to be seeing exactly what it's composed of. He's going to need to use those Ghosts to their fullest potential. The infantry on +2 already. 2-2 upgrades to the 1-0 upgrades of our Zerg player. So those Zerglings may melt to those Marines here. The mech also on one attack upgrade, not yet having the armor yet. The Sea Shanks inching their way forward, going to be continuing to scan, as well as the Creep Tumors trying to creep up here again. The Sea Shanks going to be repositioning themselves. Our Zerg player is getting ready to smash his army against this maxed out army of our Terran player. Of course, Zerg armies at max are not that strong, so we'll see if he's able to do that. The Sea Shanks getting a nice spread a little bit, except for these two guys over here. Going to be continuing to advance forward. A scan going down on the high ground. Going to be positioning himself over here at the low ground. Our Zerg player still not that ready to push out here. He has so many banelings. 3 pages worth of banelings here. Not sure what he's waiting for. He's got the infestors as well. And the Zerglings from the backside. Banelings going to be splattered over there. The Zerglings, I don't know what's going on anymore. We'll just hang out and wait. Our Terran players headed into the center of the map. The Sea Shanks need to get picked apart by those Mutalisks, and the Zerglings EMP going off. It looks like the Ghost doing a good job of EMPing this. He needs to use those Zerglings to pick off the tanks in the backside. But here we go. This is the big engagement. The Zerglings advancing forward against this Marine Thor army. Looks like this army gets cleaned up by the Marines with the +3, or almost the +3. That Thor gets mind controlled, but quickly the infestors go down. Our Terran army is looking mighty strong here with 198 food for gravity and 169 for Ro8. He's got mainly banelings over here. He's making 88 Zerglings. That's a lot of Zerglings. Oh, wow, that's a lot of Zerglings. Going to be joining that and remaxing as quickly as he possibly can. The tanks and the Marines are advancing forward. Additional units are going to be reinforcing here. He just needs to take that army and smash it into that Terran army's face there. The banelings all going off on this army. Looks like going to be wasting themselves on those floors. Looks like this army from our Terran player is going to quickly get crushed. But there's still reinforcements pouring in. More banelings going to be over here. Gravity's army falling to 167 food, 58 more Zerglings in the production queue. His hive tech not getting put to the best use here. He also needs to continue those upgrades, as he does have 8,000 minerals in the bank. So as long as he can continue producing those Zerglings, he will be completely okay, smashing them straight into this Terran army. Zerglings joining from the backside. Zerglings, banelings rolling forward. Can they connect with the bio? Looks like they will not be able to. And the Marines do manage to micro back. Additional Zerglings should be joining here, but he just doesn't have the larva to do it. Drop over here. Actually, just a bunch of Marines running over there. Going to be able to clean that one up. Not enough larva is the problem over here. So we've got the Spine Crawlers going to be going to work on those Marines. More Zerglings going to be trying to do this. He needs to roll in here, try to connect with that Bio Army right now. Zerglings, all Banelings coming forth as well. And the Thor going to be cleaning that up. He needs to go get at those tanks. The Zerglings going to be circled up and going to be smashing into those tanks. Banelings going off as well. More Banelings unable to connect with the bio over there. More Banelings trying to get more of the Marines. Going to be running over here. 7,000 minerals in the bank for Ro8. Looks like Gravity should be able to win this. GG from Ro8 with 7,000 minerals in the bank. Gravity takes it for H2O team. Going to be taking it to 2-0.